Hey everybody, PM Kester here with How to Take a Break, the podcast. This week I am rounding out my videos centered around the theme of love, and I'm talking about the key to overflow. Go grab your drink, pencil and paper, let's get into it. All right, so thank you so much for rocking with me on this journey. I am so excited to see my subscriber list growing. If you haven't subscribed, please click that button and tell a friend to tell a friend. For the month of February, I centered on love, and this is something I unintentionally started in January when I kind of saw that the videos for each month was kind of following a pattern. So we'll see how long I can keep this up. I don't know what March is going to be, but right now we're in the space of love. And for February, if you have not caught up, the love videos were my solo momcation video, which centers a lot on self-love, especially as a single parent. 3 ways to love yourself. Oh, really love that. And this is almost like the next steps in that love yourself video, right? Talking about the key to overflow. You'll see me looking down at my notes. So a big epiphany I had this week due to a bunch of different things that's kind of manifesting in my life via journaling and just lifing was that loving your life is the key to overflow. And I'm going to say that again. The big breakaway for me this week is that loving your life is the key to overflow. And so this is going to be a little story time. Around this time last year, I was grappling with the fact that I was working in an area doing communications, and it was not something that anyone wanted for me in my 9-to-5. I had actually gotten to a point where I had rectified myself to the fact that I would never work in comms on a 9-to-5 level. It would be something that I would just continue to take on little projects on the side. I would consult. I would have my podcast. I would do things of that nature, because anytime I had tried to stretch into that space, even given all of my background and education in that area, I was shut down, and I had become so defeated in general in my 9-to-5. And I think I talked about that and some of the other things, like my mental health that just had stressed. I had stopped, but some type of way in January, I kind of ended up in this role, and everybody was trying to push me to stay in this role except for me. I just did not see myself staying there. And now, a year later, I am in a public affairs role, a communications role permanently. And I was telling someone this is the first time in a long time where I have been excited to go to work. I am so thankful and so grateful, and I've just been waking up with so much joy. Like, I can't wait to log in. I love the people I work with. I love my management team. And that leads us to the overflow that has kind of happened in this position. I've barely been in this position permanently, and now it looks like I am getting ready to be propelled into overflow. And I wrote down, I ran from my gift for a while, and when I ran towards it, the blessings unlocked. Your gift will make room for you. I have always heard that, and as with a lot of biblical quotes and references that we always hear, and I've done this a lot over the past year, people always say stuff, and now I feel like I'm seeing that stuff manifested in my life, and I'm like, what does that even mean? And so if you are someone who reads the Bible, that comes from Proverbs 18:16. A man gives makes room for him and brings him before great men. like I said, I got to a point where I'm recognizing that loving my life is key to overflow in the sector of career. For the first time in a long time, I'm loving the job that I'm in so much so that there's this joy that's radiating. People saying it's radiating off me, the joy of doing what I'm doing. I feel it in my bones. And now this gift, this love, I feel like since I've embraced this love for my career, this love of communications, now without me having to ask or do anything, there was a plan to underfoot to not just make me the manager of one office regarding communications, but now 5. And so that, to me, unlocked this bigger lesson that was like an aha moment to me this week, that when you truly love your life and all aspects of your life, that unlocks the overflow. Because now I feel like I'm in a whole renaissance era for my career. And yeah, it's scary because I'm just like, how am I going to go from managing 1 to 5? I've barely been in this here area here. But then again, I have to think about, this is what I've been doing my whole life. And if I couldn't handle this 1, I wouldn't be given this 5. And this all started because I started waking up in the morning and loving where I was in my sector of career. And I'm excited to see what happens when I truly start embracing and loving all the other sectors of my life. And I'm thinking about that in my sector of relationships, loving my life in relationships. I'm going through this transition now of bringing new people into my fold. I'm having these new friendships, and this new opportunity for community is cropping up. I've started this part-time job that it seems like it's going to be like an extended family. I'm already just kind of like meeting new people and everyone's great. And I was like, okay, I think I'm getting ready to get the overflow in relationships now. Thinking a lot about chosen family over real family. That's been something that I've always struggled with. And then over these past couple of months, I'm now starting to see this really manifest into people that are really having my back in like a tough time. Friends coming into the fold, re-engaging with old friends now that I've kind of stepped into myself a little bit more. And it's amazing. And I feel like there's an overflow that's getting ready to come in that area of relationships as I go into embracing what it is to love community, to love the people in my life, and to love myself more and really fully embrace the relationships that I have with those around me. Love and overflowing money. I feel like this is going to be the most interesting one, like loving my life and money. But one of the lessons I've learned so far, and we're only 2 months into the year, is that I feel like the overflow and money part, yes, there's a bunch of, there's abundance, and I feel like we're kind of getting there. Things are setting into place for like abundance and overflow financially, just because of how I'm dealing with love and overflow in the other 2 areas, you know, the areas of relationships and career. But I feel like a lot of overflow for me is, I'm recognizing, is loving my life and how I want to give to others and treat others. Because I do want to be the person that, after I've struggled so much financially in this past year, and I just felt like I was by myself, being able to treat friends to lunch, being able just to bless others financially. I really want to do more of that this year. I want to get blessed financially so I can bless others. And it feels genuine to say that this year, because I've always struggled with this lack mentality from growing up poor. And now I just kind of feel like there's a shift in me, which is like, all right, you can manage your money, and you can also be good to others, because this is what you genuinely want to do at this point in your life. And so I'm dealing with it. So I'm going to ask you, how are you loving your life, and how are you seeing that manifest in overflow in your life? Drop a comment. Let me know. I want to hear from you and have conversations with you about this in the comments. And find some time this weekend to love your life, everything about it, the good, the bad, the ugly, because it's all part of the great you that you are. And find a little time to take a break. Bye.